by Regional Development Australia, Central West, New South Wales. I'm Bonika Smee and I'm Digital Content Specialist and Designer at Brendan Gunn Media Group. For those who have not heard of us, it was founded by a local financial advisor and entrepreneur, Brendan Gunn, in Orange. I started working with Brendan in mid-2019 to manage his international financial news website, in the industry spread, and to design and launch a new international trading news website. From there, we wanted to keep creating websites and sharing our passion for social media to local businesses in the Central West. So Brendan Gunn Media Group was born in early this year. I won't go into all details about myself. I already told most of you about myself last time. But what I didn't mention was I have been designing websites from a very young age. I did my first website from the age of about 17, which was for my dad's retail store. And now being 41, that's many years of designing websites. Back then it was all HTML coding, very time consuming building websites then. Now there's so many advanced platforms available to use, and I can really use my design skills better. So today we are doing the website basics. I can't teach you everything about web design in one session. Obviously, it's very detailed. There's a lot to know, but I will cover a few basics and go over a few platforms. So the first thing we'll discuss is, do you need a website? And then we'll talk about what platform to use. DIY or hire a professional, and then top 10 website design tips. Before I start, I'm just wondering if in the chat you could write if you have a website or if you don't have a website. But if you do have a website, I'd like to know what platform you use, just so you have an idea of your knowledge. Now there's a couple with no website, Wordpress, Squarespace. So we will talk about a few others as well. Okay, so do you need a website? If your business has gotten this far without a website, you might be wondering, do I really need a website for my business? What's the point if my business is already successful without one? You already have enough customers, you don't want any more growth. But really, the question is, can you afford not to have a website in the digital era? To compete in today's uber competitive market, you need a strong online presence. A website ensures your success over the long term. In 2020, almost 4.54 billion people, 59% of the global population, use the internet, and more people are getting online. Without a website, your business is invisible to these people. As we progress further into the digital era, your business will become invisible to everyone unless you invest in a website. So to stay competitive, it is increasing in this increasing digital world, your business needs to get online. Internet users find you, you don't find them. They will either search for your business because they've heard of your name, or search for a product you're selling. If your business is not online, it doesn't exist to the internet user. A website is like your giant public bulletin board where people can get information on how to find you, where you're located, what you have to offer, why your service is unique, and what's new in your company. It also is easily updated as it is a communication forum through which your customers can communicate back to you with questions, concerns, and feedback on their needs. If you often wish you can communicate effectively with a broader range of clients and customers, publicly post answers to frequently asked questions, attract new customers, break into new markets, and take the market share from your competitors, then a website is a must. Some more reasons why you need a website. A website makes you look professional. You can clearly showcase your products and services. You can attract new customers through Google. You can display your best reviews and testimonials. You're open 24/7. Your competitors probably have one. Customer behaviours change over time to adapt to modern technology, and consumers' behaviour has changed to adapt to the digital age. I'll give you an example, the Yellow Pages. The telephone was a disruptive new technology in the late 1800s and changed the way consumers did business. Then the Yellow Pages was introduced, and more households began to use the telephone directory to find local products and services. Business owners realised advertising in it was the best bet. By the 1930s, advertising in the Yellow Pages was a standard operating procedure for most businesses. It made perfect sense. The majority of households used the directory on a daily basis. Then came the World Wide Web and the new disruption in the commercial status quo. The digital transformation could flee more efficiently than a phone book. Behaviour shifted away using the printed directory. By 2011, 70% of all consumers rarely ever used the printed directory. 9% misses. Go online to find a local business has jumped to 97%. If you want them to choose your company, you need to be found online, meaning, yes, you need a website. So we'll talk about all the platforms. There are a lot more than what I'm showing you on the screen here, but these are the main ones that people use, the most popular. And some you would recognise and some you may not. There are many different ones, usages and industries that they cater for. Some are more versatile than others. From cnet.com, they reviewed the best of all the websites, and their results were that WordPress was the best for writers and bloggers. Wix, the best website builder overall. BigCommerce, best for bigger stores. Squarespace, best pre-packaged design. Shopify, best for basic e-commerce. GoDaddy, best basic no frills option. Duda, most customizable. Weebly, easiest to use. The other platforms you may have heard of before are Magento and ECWid, which are e-commerce platforms, or Joomla and Drupal are both free and open source web content management frameworks similar to WordPress, but Drupal is not easy to use in the back end. It is a bit more complicated, but it has better security than WordPress due to the amount of users. Then we've got the ones that are e-commerce focused. So here's a chart that shows the usage of the top e-commerce platforms available. WooCommerce, which is the WordPress e-commerce plugin, is 27% of the users use WooCommerce. Shopify is 21%. Magento is 7%. OpenCart, 4%. BigCommerce, 3%. And then there's a big area that is just all the other ones you can use, but they're all below 3% each. Now, someone last week in the social media webinar had asked me about using a Facebook shop. I hope that this webinar will explain why you need a website as well as your Facebook shop, but there's nothing wrong with having a Facebook shop. But you can link with all of these WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Wix, Shopify, can all be linked to Facebook using a data feed and connect to the shop on Facebook. So having them both is great, and they link up together, so you're not having to update them each time you've sold something, and update the quantities. It updates it direct from your website using, I researched WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Wix and Shopify. They were the ones that I found have the integration for that. So I hope that helps and answers your question from last week. Now I'll cover my top 3 website platforms. Now they're my top 3 because I've used them a lot for clients and myself in the past for my businesses. So I will go through the pros and cons of these. So WordPress. WordPress has established itself as a leader in the industry, currently powering over 35% of websites on the internet. I'm going to run through the pros and cons. Pros: user-friendly CMS. WordPress is a strong content management system because of its origin in blogging. It is very easy for an admin to navigate through the back end of their WordPress site, edit pages, upload new content. WordPress makes it simple to organize content without a lot of website management knowledge. It has an extensive amount of plugins. There are over 54,000 plugins, mostly free, but also paid plugins are available. These plugins allow you to customize, enhance any WordPress site. If you need to make changes to the functionality of your site, chances are there is a plugin to do it. But just a note, adding too many plugins will slow down your response time on your website. So be very selective and delete any inactive ones or unused plugins. Good SEO. The importance of SEO is at an all-time high. There are many SEO plugins available to help optimize content, meta tags, keywords, focus on much more. The one I use on my WordPress websites is Yoast Seo. Having access to free plugins like Yoast means each WordPress site is SEO ready. Responsive. WordPress has thousands of themes available. Generally, these themes are very reliable when it comes to being responsive. With an increasing amount of users using mobile devices, having a mobile-friendly site with consistency is very important, and WordPress does a good job of this. Open source. WordPress is open source software and anyone can use, study, change and redistribute its source code. WordPress programmers are able to openly share code online. The sharing of code can result in the ability to save a lot of developing time and costs by using an existing code. Using an open source platform is also valuable when you're working with a web agency to develop your website, as you won't be stuck working with a proprietary software that are only a small group of developers can work on. Good e-commerce. WooCommerce is currently the most popular e-commerce platform and has all the features and benefits of having a WordPress site, as mentioned above. So a few cons. Updates. Installing updates is important for the health of your WordPress website, but it can be a nuisance if not done thoughtfully. These updates are important to maintain proper security on WordPress websites. Updates may bring some problems to the website, in which case you may have to revert to an older WordPress state. So it is good to have a backup of your site regularly and have a developer available to help when needed. Vulnerability. Being an open source platform, WordPress is attractive to potential hackers. So make sure when choosing plugins and themes for your WordPress site, always research the quality of the WordPress plugin and install with caution. Speed. Certain themes contain a lot of unnecessary generic code. This can decrease the speed of the site and cause slow load times. Many plugins used also cause your site to be slow, as mentioned before. Customization. You may hesitate to invest in customization as it can get expensive. WordPress is a very flexible tool, unlike many of the drag and drop web builders out there. However, if you aren't a WordPress expert and you don't have a developer on hand, then this can be an issue. Overall, it's easy accessible, but some prior knowledge does help. It's best if you are sort of fluent in web development or marketing. I'm not saying that you need to be proficient in it, but some knowledge will help. Without this knowledge, navigating through WordPress might be a bit challenging. I'll quickly show you the back end of a WordPress website to show you what it looks like. So our website, Brendan Gunn Media Group, bgmg.com.au, is built in a WordPress platform. So here is the menu down the side of the site, and you can easily navigate through all these to update. There is a template that you can get. Elementor is quite popular, which is what this one is, and you can customize from there. You can change many things on your appearance. You can add your plugins as mentioned, install or uninstall. So it is easy to navigate. It's just sometimes things don't do what you think that you've changed. You can get a bit stuck sometimes in the back end, and we'll need probably some technical help. So that's what it looks like in the back end. Go back to my presentation. Okay, so now we'll talk about Wix. I'll just have a sip of water. Sorry, I just saw that someone asked what SEO was. Yep, search engine optimization. We will go over SEO a bit more later. That's in my top 10 things you need for your website. So Wix. Today, Wix sites. The pros: good site speed. Most people who are looking at Wix will most likely be interested in its rapid site building capabilities. But no matter how you look at it, ultimately speed is the factor. After all, you wouldn't want a site that's built quickly but performs like a snail. Thankfully, Wix sites appear to be fast. Has a massive template selection. Wix is extremely generous with its templates, offering users over 500 to choose from. It's a massive number by any standards. There's really something for everyone in a Wix site. Also, the templates come with basic pre-entered content, so you can choose to either build on that or simply wipe over it. For those interested, they have templates on an online store for online stores, and you can have your own e-commerce site set up fast. It's a drag and drop interface. It keeps things easy for users that are beginners, yet it has enough options to turn your site into a real powerhouse. Extra features available on the Wix app market. They're mostly paid. However, it has free HTTPS. Now, this is your site security. Google is now doing its bit for more security internet by encouraging site owners to use SSL, which is your security for your site. And most sites need a SSL certificate. While it's true that most website hosting sites today offer this in one form or another, it's nonetheless good to see site builders like Wix start to offer this as well. HTTPS ensures that the interaction the visitors have with your site is secure, and it paves the way for more things such as online purchases, exchanges of private information, and so on. Sites which are non-HTTPS compliant will now get a warning message to their viewers. HTTPS sites are also given more favourable ranking on Google search. So make sure that your site has an SSL certificate. And as I said, Wix has a free one, and there are some other sites that have free ones as well, where you can purchase them, but you also check with your hosting. Cons: templates are not interchangeable. If you find it a little annoying that you can't transfer content from one template to another, this site builder is not for you. So yeah, if you pick one template and build everything in your website and then decide the look of, so it is the free plan with Wix has the Wix branding all over it. Free sites hosted on Wix are forced to carry the Wix branding. Unfortunately, it is obvious too, since it appears right smack bang middle in the top of the page, even before the website header. Tracking and analytics is required in the paid plan. Website owners usually like to see how well their site is performing, and the best way to do this is with Google Analytics. For a few other similar tools, Unfortunately, in order to use them in Wix, you need to upgrade your plan. It doesn't come as a freebie and can be incredibly annoying at times, since it is something as simple as a Google API connection. Your site is not transferable. Say, for example, you're a business owner and you've outgrown your capabilities of Wix. And Wix can support support you for some reason or another. This means that you'll have to pay serious money to recreate and transfer your website away from Wix. Premium plans are for a single site only. So if you need 2 websites or 3 websites, you have to pay for each plan separately. Now I'll just take you to a Wix website in the back end so you can see what that looks like. This one is actually just my portfolio. It's a free one, but it's my portfolio of all my designs that I send to clients to see my design. See your on the side. You can add some apps, add some pictures. You can start blogging on with a new page, email marketing, menus. So everything's there. It's very easy, and you can drag things and drop them where you want them. So just say you don't like that there, you want that up there, you just drag and drop. That's why it is quite good for people without much design experience or developing experience. Just move that down to there. So just go right down to the bottom. So yeah, you've even got you can customize this, links, an icon button, you can add your return to top. So I can upgrade at any time. This is just a free plan. You switch to mobile and see what it looks like on mobile. It does a little phone, what it looks like. So that's what it looks like on a mobile. Okay, I'll go back to my presentation. So overall, it's easy to use, and it can cost a lot to get all the essential features. That's the only down point. So just don't think, oh, it's a cheap way, because there will be extra costs. My next one I'll be discussing is BigCommerce. I know it's not one of the commerce sites, but this is probably one of my favorite. And my reason for it, I used it with my business. I had a fashion brand label that I sold retail and wholesale and internationally. And I used BigCommerce from probably about 2 years into my business, right to the very end. It grew with my business. So that's why I went with BigCommerce. So currently there's over 42,000 live websites using BigCommerce, and 2,730 are in Australia. BigCommerce is one of the largest e-commerce solutions available in the industry. It's used by a lot of big name brands, including Toyota, Martha Stewart, and Camelback. It's an all-in-one solution. Business owners who are just starting out or do not wish to hire a developer will be attracted to BigCommerce, which comes with everything you need to power an online store. This includes the hosting, the themes, the apps, gives you access to multiple payment gateways, including blogging and more. It's ease of use. BigCommerce is incredibly easy to use, as it is any decent all-in-one platform should be. It's even easy to get started with a free 15-day trial. All you need to do is enter your email address, phone number, answer a few quick questions about your business. and you can get started with the free 15-day trial. It also offers premium themes you can install and edit with ease. It's also easy to create products and manage your store. BigCommerce pricing. The pricing is a bit complex. The pricing options for a small business are fairly competitive when compared to the other e-commerce platforms. The standard starts at $29.95 a month. I have a feeling that's US dollars. And then the plus, the next one up is $80 a month. The Pro is $200 a month. You also save 10% when you pay annually. These plans include no transaction fees, unlimited products to enter, unlimited file storage, unlimited staff accounts. There are also a lot of free and affordable apps. We'll get to the cons of the pricing later. So no transaction fees. BigCommerce doesn't charge transaction fees for any of their plans, unlike Shopify that charges 2% fee for every transaction a store processes if the store only uses a payment gateway other than Shopify's payments. You will, however, be obliged to pay a transaction fee charged by your payment gateway that you use. This is separate from BigCommerce. So if you use, you can easily integrate PayPal, Stripe, Square, and Authorize.net gateways on this platform, and you'll just pay their usual transaction fees. Multiple sales channels. This platform primarily feature is the ability to allow anyone to build and run their own online store without having to rely on a number of different services. But it does allow you to sell in places outside of your store. These include marketplaces like eBay, Amazon, Google Shopping, but also includes in-person sales through integration with Square POS, as well as the ability to sell on social media through integration with Facebook and Pinterest. Security. BigCommerce stores are protected by multiple layers of security. This includes being PCI compliant on a level 1 basis. Server protection comes in a form of different types of firewalls, fire integrity, scanners, 24/7 monitoring. All of this security and hands-on monitoring allows BigCommerce to achieve a 99.99% uptime, average, and fast servers capable of sustaining heavy traffic. You also have access to automated fraud detection through integration. All plans come with a free Ssl certificate, but enterprise customers can upgrade to a more premium certificate from third-party sellers. Shipping. Merchants also get a break on shipping with this platform. For starters, it features a quick setup process when it comes to configuring shipping options. The process allows you to define fixed shipping rates for a variety of different locations with ease. Gives your customer more accurate shipping quotes in real time from carriers like Australia Post, UPS, FedEx, and more. It also offers an integration with ShipStation, which allows you to save time by printing your own labels for UPS, FedEx, and DHL. Store management. Lastly, BigCommerce makes it incredibly easy to manage, including awaiting payment, awaiting fulfillment, awaiting shipment, and pre-orders. This platform also has built-in analytics features that allow you to monitor traffic over time or traffic in real time and gain insights into how your customers shop. This means you're able to see which products should be bundled together to increase sales, who's browsing but not buying, which of the customers bring the most business to your store, and which valuable customers haven't purchased anything in a while. You can also keep an eye on merchandising, marketing campaigns, purchase funnels, and abandoned carts. I'll just mention there, abandoned carts, when I changed for my business from I think abandoned carts come free with the premium option or something. So when I changed to that level and added the abandoned carts, my sales nearly doubled. People were getting an email saying they'd left something in their cart, haven't purchased yet, and most of the time people would click on that and go back to the site and purchase it. So I highly recommend an abandoned carts feature in any e-commerce site. Cons. Extra fee for successful customers. This is something that caused an uproar among big commerce customers in 2015 through to much of 2016. The platform updated their pricing structure to what it is now, a model that changes with you as you grow. If you look at the pricing page closely, you'll notice there is a row detailing limits for how much annual revenue each plan is allotted. If you read the site's frequently asked questions, you'll even find more information on this pricing. It is mainly concerned for stores that accrue more than $125,000 in revenue per year or processes over 2,000 orders every year. If you go beyond either of those numbers, you'll pay the $199 month flat fee along with an additional $80 a month for every additional 1,000 orders you process. The changes were increased from under 100 a month to well over 1,000 a month. It should be noted that proper notice was given to these customers, but that's just something you need to really watch and understand before you sign up with them. Expensive themes. The platform's themes have many styles, but some are a little expensive and can affect the startup costs for some. There are 7 free themes, and most popular premium theme are either $170 or $195. I think that's also in US dollars as well. Theme editor could use improvements. The theme editor is easy to use once you get the hang of it, but it can feel a bit clunky when you first start out. It's very easy to edit the styles, but it would be nice to have a drag and drop page builder to build custom fields. There's no doubt that all three, Magento, BigCommerce, and Shopify, are extremely popular platforms in the e-commerce industry. And a recent release report, the current state of the e-commerce industry, revealed that there are 240,000 registered domains on Shopify, and close to 160,000 websites are powered by Magento, and BigCommerce powers around 25,000 websites. Generally, small stores are more inclined to use Shopify because they're creative and energetic marketing campaigns. So now I'll just take you to the back end of a BigCommerce website. Now this site is one that I've just finished building, and we're launching on Friday for a client. So as you can see, it has a good dashboard down the side, like most. You can view all your products, add, search, import, you have all your categories, marketing, your analytics, your orders is a good screen. You can go to up here, there's all orders, awaiting payment, awaiting fulfillment, awaiting shipment, high risk. So these ones are maybe the payment came from overseas, but the client's address is in Australia, so they get flagged for scams. You got pre-orders. So yeah, it's easy to navigate, it's easy to use in the back end. So that's the front end of the store. So the shop, which we're launching on Friday. Okay, I'll go back to presentation. Before we just go on to the next one, to see if there's any problems in the chat. Okay, moving on. DIY or hire a professional. A good business website should be a clear reflection of your company and values. You only have a few seconds to demonstrate what your business is about, so it's important your website presents your message clearly. We are not just talking about a DIY website and a Facebook page. Instead, you need a well thought out, optimized marketing strategy that includes online, social, and mobile components. Why? Because it is where your consumers are searching. In fact, the average consumer will consult 10.4 sources before making a purchase. You think you'll save money by building it yourself? Well, no, a DIY website will not compete with your competitors and will likely be not found at all. Building a great website is hard and incredibly time consuming. Rather than spending your valuable time working on a website, you should be focusing your time on your clients, your staff, and your marketing. I get many calls from people that do DIY website and they say they've pressed something and something's happened and it's all gone. Or they hired somebody for $6 an hour on Freelancer, but have also, and I've had to go back in and spend time fixing because the communication barrier between them didn't reflect what they wanted on the website. So now I'll talk about a top 10 website design tips. Good SEO. Have you ever launched a website and waited for the visitors and nothing happened? Hear the crickets? That's what it's like without an SEO plan with your launch. 93% of online experiences start with a search engine, and nearly half of these searches are for local businesses. You need to have a search optimized company website that can rank well in search engine results. This will ensure customers are able to find and connect with your business. So search engine optimization. How, where to start, how much? Figure out what the customers are searching. So I won't cover all that again. You can re-watch that in that webinar. So today we'll talk about research, keywords, and measure. Research. I'll touch on research. So research your competitors. Think about your target market, which we discussed in social media webinar. What is the problem you are solving for your customer? So for example, if someone searches in Google for Brendan Media Group, they may say, what is a website? They are our target market, but they are only in this awareness stage at the top here. So they've got a long way to get to till they go to action. So we need to target the words to where they'd be at here, where they're making a decision. I really need to get them, I need to capture them at the stage of the search is where to get the keywords. So we go on to keywords. Keywords used to be a target word to get up there on Google page 1. But there are so many websites out there now on the internet, all bidding for those select keywords that you'll never get up there. So for a better conversion rate, you now use what's called long tail words. So you'll see in this graph from SEMrush, if you say sell tomato plants, a lot of people search for that. The average monthly searches are 22,000. It's high up there, but the conversion is very, very low. So then you come down to here, it has a longer search word, when to plant tomatoes, and it goes down to 3,500. So you can see it's still good, but you really want to have a really good conversion rate. So you would set your key words as phrases, and it would be why my tomato plants are turning yellow. And that's really brings down to somebody that, well, theirs is turning yellow, they might need to buy a new one. So this is where you'll see when you're in Google and you type in your one keyword, and then a whole heap of other ones come up underneath. These are your long tail keywords. This is where you can first go and research your keywords that you're going to use for your business. So you type in your top key target area that you want to target. It might be running shoes. So you type that in and it will show up what everyone is searching for when they're typing in running shoes. So this is a free way to check and record. So you type in your broad key that if you've been using for many years, and you record the long keywords in a list. Write these down, put them in a spreadsheet, and you want about 20 or 30. And then you can use these and put them in your Google Analytics, which we'll talk about later. And here's just some other ways to also get your keywords, which I will give you the links in the chat. So you can go to these as well. So you got your keyword planner. So that's in your Google Ads. If you don't have a Google Ads account set up, set one up. It's free. Just set it up, and then in there it's got keyword planner, and you can type in your one word, and it will give you some examples and options of others to use. So then you need to measure your success on using these SEO and your target audience and all of that, and watch it and make sure that it's all happening. My top places for checking how my sites are ranking and how many visitors you have had to a specific landing page after a promotion, you need to measure this, is Google Analytics. It's a must for all websites. So just take you to a Google Analytics page. Got so many things open here. There it is. So this is just a demo account that I used with Google Analytics to test things out. They set up a good demo account, so it's just so you can practice on it. So in here you can see how many users you have. Just need to make that a bit smaller. And it has insights as well. I really like insights because you can really just ask it anything. So I would normally say, I want to know how many visitors in the last 7 days. And in the down here, it will tell you from the 28th of April to the 4th of May, there are 11,661 visitors. So you can just ask it any question and it can tell you. So this is a really good site to use. You need to set this up on your website. You need to integrate it. So there's coding that needs to be put into the back end of your website to gain access to all these analytics. You can also see where you're getting your traffic from. So just say you've been focusing on your Facebook page a lot more than normal and you want to see if that's working. You can scale it down to the channels. It's a bit slow today. So down here it says social, so that's all social. There's all various ways. All here, maybe you had a link on YouTube, Facebook, there I had 8 people, so that's not very big. So my campaigns that weren't working on Facebook, this is just a demo one of course, but you know, you can see what is working for you by focusing your campaigns on different channels. So now I'll go back to my presentation. Next was Yoast. That's a free plugin on WordPress, which I mentioned before, which I use. It's great to set up on your WordPress. It's pretty easy to set up. So that also just give you the same sort of analytics, who's visiting, how many are on the site at that time that you're looking, all that. I'll give you a link to this Neil Patel. It's great. He's got social SEO analyzer. He's got a few other tools on there. I'll take you through it actually because it's good. So you just type in your website domain and you press search and it brings up a score. So I've done the industry spread, which is one of our websites, and the score is 85%. It says it's great. There's a few critical areas, but have a look. I'll look into those. It says your site speed is 1 second, so it's very fast on a desktop. It's a little bit slower on a mobile, but it's still good. It's not poor. It tells you where you need to focus maybe on fixing, and tells you your backlinks, which are great also for getting your websites up there, because backlinks help with your search with Google and search engine optimization, because they are telling Google that another website is referring this website to them. So Google goes, oh, well, it's very popular, people are liking it and referring it, so we'll keep that site up high on the first page. So backlinks are good. So just a tip with getting your backlinks is writing blogs for other people on their pages, or sharing a story, or some PR, get your PR happening on some popular sites, being a guest speaker, all that sort of thing. You're backlinking to your site from other websites. Okay, we'll go back to the presentation. And then in the last webinar, I had a question about Facebook Pixel. I have installed Facebook Pixel onto one of our new sites. I haven't done it for all of our sites yet, but it is something that's on my to-do list. So I'll just tell you a bit more about it. The Facebook Pixel is a code that you place on your website. It collects data that helps you track conversions from Facebook ads, optimize ads, and builds targeted audience for future ads, and remarkets to people who have already taken some kind of action on your website. It works by placing and triggering cookies to track users as they interact with your website and your Facebook ads. There used to be if you were using Facebook Conversion Pixel back in 2017, it has changed. You'll need to switch over to a new one. So you just go in and upgrade, or ask your developer. The Facebook Pixel provides important information you can use to create better Facebook ads and better targets your ads. The Facebook tracking Pixel data helps ensure your ads are seen by people who are most likely to take action. This allows you to improve your Facebook ad conversion rate and get better conversions. Even if you are not using Facebook ads yet, you should install the Facebook Pixel now. It will start collecting data right away, so that you don't have to start from scratch when you're ready to create your first Facebook ad. You can use the Facebook Pixel. How can you use the Facebook Pixel? Here are a few ways. I'll take you to one that I've done and what it looks like as well. So if you've ever been on a website looking at something, and then you go to Facebook and all of a sudden you wonder why that website's ads are coming up when they didn't before. You know, how did Facebook know that I was on that website? That's because they have a Facebook Pixel and they're targeting to people that visited their website. The ads come up for those people. So it's very clever. Yeah, I'll just go and show you what it looks like and where you can find it. So if you've got a business Facebook, your Facebook page set up under business, you go to Events Manager. So this is your business manager in the back end of Facebook. And you can see the trader spread. I've installed Facebook Pixel, and you can see the activity of people interacting between my Facebook and my website. And you can track this. We haven't started doing Facebook ads yet to convert anything because it's a new site, but yeah, you can see that things are happening there, and it's recording all the information from people that are visiting our site. So yeah, you can add, I think it's add new data source, Facebook Pixel, that's how you add it. And you just go through the processes. If you need help, you just call on your developer Now I'll send you the links to all these as well. Okay, I've just sent the Facebook Pixel link as well. So you can go to that. That's the one at the bottom is how to set it up. So it's a very good step-by-step instructions for you. Okay, number 3, capture your visitors. Use a call to action. So what is a call to action? It's a sentence, an offer, a button, something that closes the deal. What's the point of spending money on Google ads, Facebook ads to get leads to your website when they get there and you don't get their details or close the sale? Make the offer visible. If your offer to capture lots of details for your database, you need to grab attention from your visitors. It should stand out from the surrounding content. It should be on every page of your website, and it should appear above the fold so visitors don't have to scroll down the page to find it. So, as mentioned, one way is to get people to subscribe, and email marketing. So having a permanent sign up on the footer or sidebar is a great way to capture details permanently on your site, but pop-ups are the most effective form of email sign-up. Email pop-ups are the little mini screen light box that shows up on the top of a website page when you visit, asking for your email address. And many also have a call to action or a catch. So the one on the left just says to join their newsletter. The newsletter will be weekly. It has some deals, some tips, some tricks to put in your email and join. The one on the right is you get a 10% discount on your next order by doing that. So they would have set up an auto response to putting in that email address, then the marketing campaign will automatically reply with a code that they can use to purchase and get that discount. The perfect pop-up equation is simple. Personalization, a great design equals conversion. So here are a few of the email marketing platforms you can use. There's MailChimp, Constant Contact, Aweber, Mailjet. Now you can see in this diagram, MailChimp is the most popular. I've actually been using MailChimp for 10 years for my clients, setting them up, setting up automatic responders, and I've not had the need to change to anything else. I find it is the leader in its field. So definitely, if you don't do a newsletter yet, install a sign up on your website as soon as possible. Start getting the details from people. Maybe you want to start in a few months doing the emailing out. You don't have to start now, just build it up. Start getting those clients that are going to your website, get them their details now. Number 4, focus your design on your primary target. In a perfect world, every single human would love your product. But as we all know, life isn't perfect. Although your products might appeal to a large group of people, it doesn't make sense to market to everyone. If you did, it would be like playing darts while being blindfolded. Not very effective and quite literally shot in the dark. But your brand needs a target market. Your guiding light that tells you who is going after your marketing campaigns. By adding a target market to your strategy, you'll be able to more effectively market to customers while pinpointing their exact needs and reducing spend. Let's dive into the target market and how you can craft one that's unique for your business. Put aside your personal preferences. When designing a website, it's absolutely essential that you or your designer put aside your personal preferences in favour of what works the best for the user. You may wish to try out the latest cutting edge trend, or your client may have seen a flashy element that they would want to include, or you may have seen a flashy element that you want to include. Remember, that appeals to you maybe, but it may turn off people that are using your site. Use typography to speak their language. Custom typography is a fantastic way to express brand personality on a website, and there are numerous fonts to choose from, but choose wisely. For a traditional corporate feel, fancy serif fonts, those ones with little feet, do a lovely job. Whereas a contemporary modern feel you can achieve by selecting a sans serif font, which is more streamlined. Kids will enjoy fun cartoon style fonts. Like many things, there are exceptions to the rule, so pay close attention to what your eyes are telling you. Font size also requires consideration. If your audience is likely to be senior citizens or people with sight problems, you need to use a minimum 12-point font and have options to increase the size where necessary. Choose appropriate colours. Colours can influence people's moods, emotions, and sway their behaviour. So think carefully about the tone you wish to achieve. You should have a good idea of the type of colours that you appeal to your users from your initial research. Start by identifying 2 main colours that work from. This will make it easier for your customers to recognise and remember your brand, and it will make life simpler when you need to make a colour choice. I've written, include enticing images. A picture tells 1,000 words. Images are processed quicker than words, so they give users an easy route to your content. Choose images that are relevant and that will capture people's imagination and curiosity and draw them to your world. Images are a great tool for breaking up the text and adding interest to the page, though taking care not to include images for the sake of looking pretty. So think carefully about your audience when selecting imagery for your website. A young audience will love graphics, animation, and other media, whereas those who are less computer literate, they may not have fast broadband or may not have fast broadband speed, will simply be annoyed. And then think about your content. Easy navigation. So this navigation is the menu and the flow of your website, and clicking on each page and making sure it all goes together and works properly. Your website navigation structure should allow someone to land on any page of your site and find what they need within 3 clicks. It would be great if you knew that every visitor would start on your homepage and follow a predictable path, but that's not reality. Website visitors navigate all over the place. Website navigation is one of the top factors to consider, because if visitors can't find your web form, it doesn't matter how pretty it is. Navigation allows visitors to flow from one page to another without frustration. If you've done your job well, visitors leave your site with intention to return and might even buy something from you or sign up to your email list. People visit lots of websites every day, so they need to have no shortage of places to find what they want. If you don't offer a clear website navigation menu and other ways to explore your site, they won't bother. When most people think of website navigation, they picture the website navigation menu that appears in headers of most websites, which here's a simple one here, which most sites look like. So they are attracted to using it because it looks like most. Footer navigation. Don't forget about your footer. If you use WordPress, you can find thousands of themes that include fat footers. Use them to your advantage. You don't have to include dozens of links, but make use of the space. In some cases, you might just want to repeat the header navigation bar. That way, people don't have to scroll up to find the link they want. You can also expand on the header navigation bar and add other links and important pages to your site. So this one here is from our website, the industry spread. You see we've got social media, links to other information that we didn't have on our top header navigation, featured an award that we got in the footer as well, and the logo. I return to the top, or back to the top arrow. We've all been there. We've found a fantastic online guide, scrolled all the way to the bottom, and then think, wow, I'd love to see what else this site has to offer. But then you have to scroll all the way back up to the top. And then you think, that's taking me too long. See you later, close the page. As the website designer, this is about the last thing you want someone to do when they land on your site. Luckily, the year is 2020 and the modern web design practices have given us the solution to this common problem, the sticky back to top arrow or button, which generally look like this. They can look a bit different, just be the arrow. But if it is a long page on your website, it is frustrating when you have to scroll all the way back up top. So having that button on there, and most platforms make it easy to add one of them. Mobile responsive. Make sure that the website navigation is 100% responsive on mobile. If your website navigation doesn't render properly on mobile, you're in trouble. In some cases, the navigation menu is simply tightened. Make sure the links themselves are large enough for human hands and fingers to tap on them easily. Remember that some people have larger thumbs than others. The rise of mobile has created a need for other types of website navigation. Consider, for instance, the hamburger menu, which is this here. They call this a hamburger menu, and you most likely see this now on all mobile devices when you're on a website. User experience. User experience refers to the way visitor perceives your website, usability and aesthetics. You want everyone who visits your site to have a good user experience. We've already discussed fonts, colours and images, but also call to actions, but also more importantly, the availability of your contact information. If your business is predominantly needs clients to call you, make sure you can press your phone number and that it's linked to call you. If yours doesn't get fixed, I don't know how many times I'm on a website and I want to call the company, but it's not linked, and I try and copy and paste the number from my phone to the call tab, and then it doesn't get it right, and then I give up. So it's a very easy fix. Ask your web developer to make your phone number clickable. They can make it, even if it's an image that has your phone number on it, you can link it to call. So very good tip there. 6, free shipping or not. Free shipping will only be appealing if the user is in the right phase of the buying cycle. The word free implies no risk or downsides, but that doesn't mean that it will hook every user. The shopper has to be in a buy mode in order to be lured by the offer of free shipping. You can't make someone purchase just by saying free shipping if you're not even sure that your product is the right one. So some ways that you can offer free shipping. So you can offer free shipping on everything that you sell. If you are 100% online business and don't have a physical store that people can go to and pick it up, I highly recommend everything free shipping, especially if you don't discount your prices and you use recommended retail prices at all times, because a retail store that people can physically go into and purchase it and not pay any shipping are selling it for the same price. So just need to think about that. I definitely had a big change in my sales when I went from offering a flat rate shipping to offering free shipping. A lot more sales came through. Free shipping with a minimum threshold. This encourages larger orders. If you have many items on your site that are, say, about $80 each, then putting a $100 threshold will mean that they only need to add another item for $20 to get the free shipping. Free shipping at certain times of the year. So, excuse me. So Mother's Day or Christmas. Free shipping to certain locations. Increasing popular if you are delivering to your same area and you're just going to do it when you pop out. So you could offer free shipping for everyone in Orange if that's where you're located. Flat rate shipping. This is one that really isn't free, but by offering a flat rate shipping, you encourage large orders as well. The downside, however, is that it can discourage small orders and become a barrier to those that just simply want to buy small items or quantities. So just say you're charging $10 flat rate, but most of your items are about $10, then people that want to just try your product first and not buy a few and just buy one, paying double the price of one, they'd just be discouraged. So really think about offering a flat rate and how much you're going to charge. Sign up to newsletters to receive a free shipping code. So that entices people to go to your newsletter and sign up, therefore getting their details, and you giving them a free shipping code that they can use at their checkout. Refer a friend to receive free shipping. So that's another way. Maybe you offer loyalty reward points for every $1 they spend. Or if you're not selling something in line, you can offer a free taste of your services. So a free website audit, download a free content strategy template by filling out your details here. So getting somebody to enter their details also is a great way to offer something for free. Number 7 is mobile friendly. We talked about this in the social media webinar, but I just really want to make sure that you understand mobile friendly is what you want. Most people are now searching on their phone, Googling products, you know, maybe in the ad breaks. I do that a lot, watching TV, and in the ad breaks I go on and Google, or I'm on Facebook and I click on a link to a website, and if it's not mobile friendly, I'm just going to shut it down because it's just too hard to try and make it, zoom it in and zoom it out and all that. So please make sure your site is mobile friendly, and to check that is just use it on your phone and check it yourself. Number 8 is a good web host. Make sure you are using a good web host to host your website. One that has a control panel, loads fast, has an uptime of 99.99%, has good support and a good price. A good web host is important because it allows your website to load quickly. Fast load times are important. 53% of people say that they will abandon a site if the site doesn't load in 3 seconds on their mobile device. And even more importantly, slow load times will negatively affect your SEO ranking. According to webaroo.com.au, I got a list of the best web hosts in Australia. Number 1 saying Bluehost, the best overall web host. Number 2, SiteGround, fastest Australian website host. HostGator, the best cloud host. WP Engine, best managed web host. And DreamHost, the best for small blogs and websites. Number 9, personalize your website. So this is your About Us page. Your About Us page needs to outline your company's story, reveal how you evolved, state your aha moment, explain who you serve, examples of who you've served, describe your values. You need to have your contact details, location, email, phone number, your social media links. One of the main purposes of your website is to encourage potential customers to get in touch with your business. Do you know that more than 70% of local businesses do not have a clear call to action on their website, and 27 don't even have a phone number on their homepage? 88% of searches for local businesses on mobile either call or visit the business within 24 hours. Maybe you're a home business and you don't want your mobile number on the website, so invest in a 1300 number to take calls. You can divert them to any phone number. You can put do not disturb and they go to a message bank. Divert them to someone else. I did this with my business. I was working from home. I used a 1300 number, which I could divert to a message bank when I didn't want to be disturbed. You could, and then it sends you a text of the message, it translated into text, so you could see who it was. I used evoice.com.au. It has a very good range of options there, and it's not hard to set up. Your social media links, yeah, I've already mentioned that. Imagery. You need imagery to include you, your team, your office. A picture says 1,000 words. Not all images are created equal. Investing in your own custom imagery of your products, your office, your staff can do a lot to humanize your business. And then having testimonials and reviews. This background information is especially important when your business is brand new, because you can start building trust with customers who are hearing about you for the first time. So this is an example of one I found online, a About Us page. So you can see it tells you about the company, but it tells you how they met. It's got a picture of them, the two owners, and they met in their laundry room of their apartment block. You know, it just makes it very personal and humanizing the business. Makes you want to find out more. This one, they've made it a bit fun. They've got all their staff hobbies and interests and turn them into a photo instead of being words about each staff member, just a picture to explain. So you can tell what they do just from the image. This one, they haven't used photo, but they've drawn their own characters for the owners, a bit about them, just to make it a bit more fun if the company is that way inclined for its target market. And this one is a timeline. It's very small, and I'll just see if I can zoom it in. So it tells you when they started and each year a timeline of where they've got to and how. So that's their milestones, I suppose. And last of all, keep your website up to date. Keep up to date with the trends. Don't be left behind from your competitors. 2020 is the year of the messenger and chatbots. I know I mentioned this in the last webinar, but I'll just touch on it a bit more. What is a chat box? A chat box is a conversational piece of software powered by pre-programmed responses or artificial intelligence to answer questions without the need of a human operator. With ease of use, chat bots ensure customers can reach out to businesses at the touch of a fingertip. There's a few different types of chat box. There's rule-based chat box. These are pre-programmed with questions and answers, and then sometimes get transferred to an operator in that area of the business. AI chatbots, which are also question and answers for answering frequently asked questions as well, or going straight to an operator. Social media chatbots. So Facebook Messenger being a great one to start off with. It's free, it's easy to use, and it just connects with your Facebook Messenger, which you already probably use. So it's not adding another form of communication that you have to monitor. And WhatsApp is also there as well. So now question and answers. If there's anything I haven't covered, please ask now. Just write it in the chat and I'll go through some questions that are already in the chat as well. But while I'm just waiting for you to think of some questions, I just mentioned that Regional Development Australia will be sending out a survey evaluation to your email via SurveyMonkey after this session. If you can please fill it out. This survey would be much appreciated. A recording of this webinar will also be available via the RDA website. I have a few, if you need to get in contact with me, I have a few links for you to be social with me. You can join me on LinkedIn, Pinterest, or go to our BGMG Facebook page, Instagram, or you can email me anytime. There's all our details. Yes, there's a lot to absorb there, Paula, and a lot of information. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Christine. I think there was a question. What do you think of the best for graphics, portfolio website or blog? No commerce or sale. Melanie asked, what is the best platform for graphics portfolio? I think Wix is good. I just did mine very briefly. I spend more time on designing other people's websites than I do my own. I do need to update mine, but they do have good graphics templates you can choose from. So Wix is a good option for that. It's easy to use as well, easy to upload your images and move them in order. So you can move them around very easily if they're not in the order that you want. So I'd give Wix a go. Any other questions? Obviously covered a lot of information. So the fact you don't have any questions means that I answered a lot. We use Square at our bricks and mortar. Squarespace. Okay, someone's asked, we use Square in our bricks and mortar store. They keep emailing with Squarespace. What is your recommendation on this? To tell you the truth, I haven't used Squarespace or set any websites on it yet. So I don't know about that, but if you have a bricks and mortar store and you don't have a website, I recommend you get a website. Doesn't have to be a Squarespace. Square integrates with quite a few e-commerce websites, so you just might want to have a look at research that before you do sign up with one. I can't remember which ones do at this moment, but I believe BigCommerce does with Square. I'd have to double check. So yeah. There's a couple of questions at 10:20. Oh, sorry. I am aware, but thought it might be handy to know why SEO is important to the website. Can you please run through a few plug-in examples? So I always use, as I mentioned, Yoast, but there's also Monster Insights, I think it's called, which is a good one. Sam, that answers your question? We are not really selling much except a little bit of merch maybe. Is WordPress the way to go to be able to do that, as well as updating our followers, visitors, blog content and videos? Yes, I think if you're doing all of that, WordPress would be your best option there. Emma? Because having the blog content, having videos, a little bit of everything, then I think, yeah, WordPress is your way to go. It's a good platform for blogging. WordPress is the best for blogging, Melanie. So they were the original blogging platform. Let's go back down. Squarespace is similar to Wix. Okay, thank you. One is more commerce orientated. I think Squarespace. Thank you, Libby. Okay, I think that we have answered everything. Thank you for being a part of our webinar today. I hope we can do this again, and you can get the recording of this from the RDA website probably later today or tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much.